Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Staff Sergeant Luke Pietrzykowski, and I will be your MC for the ceremony. On behalf of the presiding officer, Colonel Denny R. Davies, 86th Airlift Wing Commander, welcome to the 65th Air Base Group Change of Command. Today, Colonel Matthew Mountcastle will pass command of the 65th Air Base Group to Colonel Charles Barton III. As a reminder, today's ceremony is considered an indoor event. Therefore, wearing of headgear and saluting is not required. Additionally, verbal cues will be given when it is appropriate to stand and sit. Although time does not permit us to recognize all of today's guests, we would like to recognize some of our honored guests attending today's ceremony, physically and virtually. Please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. The leadership team from the 86th Airlift Wing, the Command Chief, Chief Master Sergeant Clifford L. Lawton, and the Executive Director, Miss Amanda O. Williams. Spouse of the incoming commander, Miss Terry Barton, and their children, Isaac and Hannah. Spouse of the outgoing commander, Miss Laura, and their daughters, Anne, Jenna, and Jane. Representative of the Republic for the Azores, Professora Doutora Susana Costa. The Mayor of Praia, Doutora Vânia Ferreira. The Mayor of Angra, Doutora Fatima Umaring. The Commander, Azores Air Zone, Brigadier General Francisco Dionisio. We would like to thank all the team members from the 86th Airlift Wing for taking the time to travel to Lajes for today's event. We also welcome all host nation representatives, commanders, directors, chiefs, first sergeants, family, friends, and the men and women of the 65th Air Base Group. Thank you for attending. The tradition of the change of command dates back to the time of the Roman legions, where the passing of the commander's baton occurred in front of the troops to signify the leader who would take them into battle. In the 18th century, the Continental Army of the United States resumed the tradition, conducting the first change of command ceremony. Historically, the flag or colors of a unit served as the point around which the members of the organization rallied as they moved forward into battle. The colors have traditionally been at the side of the commander and were carried forward even when the commander fell in combat. All others may perish, but the colors live on. Just like the colors of the past, the modern-day Guidon represents the history, traditions, and accomplishments of the 65th Air Base Group. The exchange of the Guidon is a symbolic gesture, which provides airmen with a tangible view of the transfer of command responsibility for not only the accomplishment of the 65th Air Base Group mission, but also the welfare of its airmen. The senior non-commissioned officer of the organization is traditionally responsible for maintenance and care of the colors, and so today, Chief Master Sergeant Schneider will pass the group Guidon to the outgoing commander, Colonel Mountcastle, signifying the group's appreciation for his leadership and guidance. Colonel Mountcastle will then pass the Guidon to Colonel Davies, signifying the relinquishing of his command and gratitude for the opportunity to lead airmen. Colonel Davies will then pass the flag to the incoming commander, Colonel Barton, entrusting him with the responsibility and care of the unit. Finally, Colonel Barton will pass the Guidon back to Chief Schneider, signifying his trust and confidence in the leaders and airmen of the group. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of the official party and remain standing for the singing of the national anthems, followed by the invocation by Chaplain Vu.
Heróis do mar, nobre povo, nação valente, imortal, levantei hoje de novo o esplendor de Portugal. entre as brumas da memória, ó pátria, sente-se a voz dos teus igrejos avós, que há de guiar-te à vitória. As armas sobre a terra, sobre o mar. As armas pela pátria lutar, contra os canhões marchar, marchar.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I invite you to join me in the invocation. God, I thank you for today, that we get together here to celebrate our Change of Command ceremony. We ask for your blessing over this exchange of command of our 65th Air Base Group, from Colonel Matthew Mountcastle over to Colonel Charles Barton III. We thank you for the faithful service rendered by Colonel Mountcastle during his time as the commander of our 65th Air Base Group. We thank you for all that he has done for the group and the impact that he has contributed in paving the way and strengthening the future of our Air Force. We pray that you will continue to watch over him as he reunites with his family and makes their transition to the next assignment. We also ask that you will be with Colonel Barton as he assumes the command of our 65th Air Base Group today. We ask that you bless him and his family as they seek to continue the legacy of bolstering joint forces, multinational partnership, and powering the Atlantic Gateway. We ask that you enable him to execute his commander's role and responsibility of leading the 65th ABG with excellence, with wisdom, with strength, and with endurance. Finally, we ask that you will be with us all today as we celebrate the benchmark of selflessness, celebrate the support of families and friends, and celebrate the ability to answer our nation's call. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Thank you, Senora Leandra Mota, Senior Airman Glines, and Chaplain Vu. It is my pleasure to introduce our presiding officer for today's ceremony, Colonel Denny R. Davies.
Well, I don't know about you all, but if those two renditions of those two national anthems don't wake you up, man, fantastic. Absolutely beautiful, both of them. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate it. Well, good morning, Team 6-5, and welcome. Every time I have the opportunity to come back to Lajes and see all of the incredible people who form this unique community, I'm reminded of why this island is so special and why our mission here is so important. Thank you to everyone who contributed to our wing leadership immersions yesterday and the special day today. Thank you to Captain Vu, Lieutenant Siganik, Master Sergeant Sells, Senior Airman Glines, and all of the teammates who created today's event. Your hard work to honor the commanders, their families, and the entire 65th Air Base Group is both appreciated and noticed. I would like to extend a sincere welcome to the representative of the Republic for the Azores, Professora Doutora Costu, the distinguished mayors, Doutora Fiera and Doutora Amorim, and the commander of the Azores Air Zone, Brigadier General Dionisio. Thank you so much for coming. Appreciate you. Your combined presence here today highlights the incredible strength of our strategic alliance. The success of the 65th Air Base Group is only possible because of the enduring trust, cooperation, and friendship that we share with our host nation allies. Thank you for your unwavering support. To the men and women of the 65th Air Base Group, friends and family members joining us both in person and online, watching from around the world, thank you for being here today. A special welcome to the entire Mountcastle family joining us digitally from across the United States. To Matt's wife, Laura, their daughters, Ann, Jenna, and Jane, his parents, Fred and Karen, his sister, Marissa, and Laura's parents, George and Linda. As I'm sure Matt will mention in his speech, the support and love that you have given him over the last year has made him a stronger and more resilient leader. Thank you for giving us your husband, dad, son, and brother, and for allowing him to be the leader that this Air Base Group both needed and deserved. To Terry, Isaac, and Hannah, welcome back to Lajes. Terry, we know you have fond memories of running the 10 Volcanoes Trail, and we are thrilled to have all of you rejoin this incredible community. Know that you have our full support as you begin this new assignment. Our purpose here today is threefold: to formally recognize the tremendous accomplishments and lasting impact of Colonel Matthew Mountcastle, to officially welcome Colonel Eris Barton as he assumes command of the 65th Air Base Group, and most importantly, to honor the service, professionalism, and sacrifice of the men and women of the 65th Air Base Group. As the global gateway, we often say our mission extends across combatant commands and oceans. This group's responsibility is a testament to that statement. From Lajes Field in the Azores to Morón Air Base in Spain, you form the critical air bridge, an invaluable linkage that connects continents and delivers America's stateside arsenal anywhere our commander-in-chief directs. America's ability to project air power around the globe often depends upon the secure, reliable foundation that Lajes and Morón provide every single day. When Operation Epic Fury kicked off, this linkage was tested. The requirement for a transatlantic tanker bridge was absolute, and this group was ready. Not only did you host 15 tankers to support the fight downrange, the ABG team achieved a 99% mission execution rate over 234 combat support sorties. With assistance from Morón's augmentees, the Lajes team was directly responsible, think about this, for 37% of Operation Epic Fury's aerial refueling requirements. 37% of all requirements. Massive number. The Air Base Group connected the CONUS to the Middle East, carried the fight, and fully brought our air power to bear. You truly had a global impact. But that is not all the Air Base Group has done over the last year. Whether you are dispensing 400,000 gallons of fuel to 28 allied nations during a NATO exercise, rushing to the flight line to help extinguish a host nation fighter jet emergency, or securing the infrastructure that directly enables record-breaking counter-narcotics seizures, you deliver. You manage ever-expanding operational surges across thousands of miles with flawless precision. You are the power projection platform of the Atlantic, and you make the global gateway happen. I am deeply proud of the relentless drive of the 65th Air Base Group, and I know this group is ready for whatever mission you are asked to do next. While this group's historic efforts were fueled by the airmen, over the last year, they were driven by Colonel Matt Mountcastle. Matt, my fellow Academy classmate, it is clear that a commitment to our nation runs deep in your blood. Incredibly, this is the second change of command that I have presided over in the last month where the commander has direct ties to the American Revolutionary War in his family. But in this case, with an astounding 24 ancestors who played a part in fighting for our nation's independence 250 years ago, Matt, you certainly hold the record. Over the past year, you have more than lived up to that historic family legacy. You left a legacy of your own, not just on this island, but on the entire 86th Airlift Wing. It is my honor to recognize you one last time in front of your airmen before you depart. Throughout Matt's command, he put forth a tireless effort to cultivate this tight-knit community while also fortifying our alliances with both Portugal and Spain. He committed so deeply to these relationships that he even joined the San Pedro Marcha for the Saudonista Festival this summer, marching and singing right alongside our partners in the parade. I had my team scour the internet for the videos, but I think they've been purposefully and diligently removed by our public affairs team. But I have seen pictures. He showed them to me last night. While the jury might still be out on your dancing, Matt, your command over the past year has been extraordinary. You led multiple geographically separated units with a truly global impact. Under your leadership, this group's strategic influence only continued to expand. In 2025, you led this installation through its busiest year in more than a decade, and this group is already on pace to shatter those records in 2026. Over the last year, you proved why the 65th Air Base Group is the Atlantic base of choice for joint power projection anywhere. All that said, your impact extends far beyond moving aircraft and personnel forward. You postured this group to support highly sensitive joint missions. By staging U.S. Navy assets and joint forces out of Lajes and Maroon, you directly enabled Operation Southern Spear and Absolute Resolve, degraded narco-terrorist threats, and protected our homeland. Truly a global impact. And you haven't just focused on today's fight. You've laid the foundation for tomorrow's deterrence. Under Operation Atlantic Resolve, you drove historic capital investments into our infrastructure. From hosting the groundbreaking of an advanced Space Force communication site at Maroon to modernizing the command's largest fuel depot, your stewardship has ensured these bases will remain premier power projection platforms for decades to come. Matt, these accomplishments are a clear testament of your vision and leadership. But we know that success at this level requires immense sacrifice, a burden that is never carried alone. To your family watching from the States, your own mission this summer has been just as demanding. Laura, Matt shared with me that just a few days ago, on July 18th, you two celebrated your 23rd wedding anniversary. Congratulations. While we wish you could be here today to celebrate this command milestone together, we know you are leading the charge on the home front, launching Anne into her nursing career at Georgetown, getting Jenna established for her first year at Texas Tech, and preparing Jane for high school. Your family's resilience and unwavering support have been the bedrock of Matt's success. We know you are watching with pride, and we share in that pride with you. Thank you for your service and your sacrifice, and we wish your entire family all the best in the journey ahead. As is often the case in our Air Force, as soon as one leader's journey ends, another leader is here to be welcomed. Eris, Terry, Isaac, and Hannah, we are so glad that your road has led you back to this island. For Eris, this is truly a homecoming. Having served here previously as a squadron commander in 2019, you are no stranger to the mission, the people, the alliance, or the strategic importance of this group. You are returning to an exceptional organization that you already helped build. Your wealth of experience, both here and downrange, makes you the perfect leader to take on this unique challenge. But beyond the tactical experience, resilience is something you will need in high doses to lead this team well. We know this is a theme you have completely internalized. We see it reflected in the heroes who inspire you. Whether it's legends such as Lance Sijon, World War II veterans like your great uncle, or personal heroes like your own father, your persistence to overcome adversity will inspire the airmen under your charge. Above all else, we are entrusting you with the welfare and readiness of the airmen who make this mission possible. I have the utmost confidence that your leadership will push the 65th Air Base Group to even higher levels of excellence and resiliency. Welcome home. To the men and women of Team 6-5, Chief Lawton and I are incredibly proud of what you do. Keep moving out, keep strengthening our alliances, and continue to be the vital bridge that projects American air power. Continue to prove yourselves worthy. Thank you.
Thank you, Colonel Davies. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the presentation of the Legion of Merit.
Publish the order.
Attention to orders. Citation to accompany the award of the Legion of Merit to Matthew R. Mountcastle. Colonel Matthew R. Mountcastle distinguished himself by exceptionally meritorious conduct and the performance of outstanding service to the United States as Commander, 65th Air Base Group, 86th Airlift Wing, Lajes Air Base, Portugal, from 1 August 2025 to 24 July 2026. During this period, the exemplary ability, diligence, and devotion to duty of Colonel Mountcastle were instrumental in leading 1,200 personnel and 4 squadrons to manage $4.5 billion in assets and a $92.5 million budget, ensuring seamless power projection to combatant commanders worldwide from 2 installations in Portugal and Spain. His leadership masterfully orchestrated 29,000 aircraft movements and delivered 15 million gallons of fuel. The mission contribution of his team enabled 2 bomber task forces, United States Navy P-8 deployments to Lajes for Operation Southern Spear and Absolute Resolve, helped set the theater for Operation Epic Fury, and prosecuted that mission. Additionally, Colonel Mountcastle's visionary leadership safeguarded Operation Atlantic Resolve funds and guided $314 million in construction and infrastructure investments, ensuring readiness for key transit nodes. Finally, Colonel Mountcastle led the 2026 Lajes Strategic Review, ensuring the U.S. presence in the Azores was aligned to United States European Command strategy and postured the mission for success into the future. The superior initiative, outstanding leadership, and personal endeavor displayed by Colonel Mountcastle reflect great credit upon himself and the United States Air Force. Thank you, Colonel Davies. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. It is my pleasure to introduce the Commander, 65th Air Base Group, Colonel Matthew R. Mountcastle.
Well, bom dia. So first, I just want to thank the team that made these last 2 days and in this ceremony possible. Your performance and results today, it's a direct reflection of how you deliver every day in your daytime mission. I do want to give a shout out to the national anthems. Those are just really special, and I really appreciate it being sung. It takes a lot of bravery and courage. I really appreciate that. So. One of the great unsung heroes today is our Top of the Rock Commons crew, and so I wanted to give a special thanks to the Top and Rock's Common team, Top of the Rock Commons team. You work tirelessly 7 days a week to feed us around the clock, deliver MWR programming, and host these official ceremonies. This last 48 hours is your Super Bowl, and you guys have knocked it out of the park. I really appreciate it. So Colonel Davies, when we graduated from the academy together, never did I think this would be the next time we would see each other. And so just thank you for coming today and presiding over the ceremony during this pivotal time in our history. Chief Lawton, Sir, thank you for your counsel and wisdom while me and the team 6-5 prosecuted the mission here. Thank you for always ensuring the airmen of Lajes and Marone were always at the forefront of the Wing's mind as we went about the Global Gateways mission in Spain and Portugal, sir. Ms. Williams, we are so glad to have you here today finally for your first visit to Lajes Field. I know you're thinking about an opportunity you could find here in this beautiful place to get out of the Ramstein heat. But just thank you for your wisdom and decision support to make us better and get us to where we need to be as a group for the future. I'd specifically like to welcome our guest here today from the local community who honor us. So, Professor Dr. Costa, ma'am, I know we just met this morning for the first time. Congratulations on your posting. I know you are a proud Azorean, and let me just say it has absolutely been an honor to serve in your homeland. It is such a beautiful place. I understand you were born from the best island of Terceira and spent some time in San Miguel. So welcome back to the best island. The reason it's the best island is these two great mayors right here. Thank you for joining us today. So this year, your municipalities of Praia and Onger have gone above and beyond, hoteling and feeding hundreds of our mobility airmen, conducting important missions in support of our national defense and the NATO alliance. Your hospitality is a cornerstone of our enduring relationship. President Ferreira, it was an honor to share and experience America and Azorean rock and roll culture this month as we celebrated the 50th anniversary of musical Azores. President Umaring, it was an absolute honor to join the March of San Pedro at San Joaninas this year in your great city. Vice President Lima could not make it today, but I just wanted to publicly thank him for his leadership this year. He was a strong advocate on behalf of our employees during the challenging U.S. government shutdown, and I deeply valued his partnership with the consulate in Ponta Delgada in support of our mission. The consulate, of course, is the oldest running consulate in the United States history, still running here in the Azores. So I extend a warm welcome to other civic leaders and the military leaders here today who lead in our communities and protect everyone on the island and the Azores. But I do want to thank my main partner, the commander of the Azores Air Zone, General Dionisio. From when we first met, you told me, alone you go fast, together we go far. We have certainly gone far together these last 10 months during your tenure, and we set a record in aircraft movements in last year, and we will absolutely exceed that record this year. We have been busy. So you've been a mentor to me and a partner as we navigate our opportunities here together. From the word go, you ensured your team was ready to support increased security and deliver operational support when we brought those tankers here in February, hosted the U.S. Navy P-8 mission twice, and help us execute MQ-9 movements to get those aircraft over the Atlantic. Thank you, sir, for your partnership. So to the team, commanding the 6-5 Air Base Group as your commander has absolutely been an honor. When I took command a year ago, the most exciting thing we had going on was a Portuguese airlifter picking up a U.S. Air Force R-11 refueling truck at Marone Air Base, Spain, and taking it to Beja Air Base, where Portugal was hosting the NATO Tiger Meet. We helped Portugal generate hundreds of sorties for over a dozen nations. We showcased the high level of logistics capability our airmen and POL equipment can accomplish. I thought that was probably the most interesting we'll do this year outside of a couple planned bomber task force missions. Boy, was I wrong. The achievements outlined today, from epic fury to natural disasters and support to NATO partners, fully demonstrate that the airmen of the 65th Air Base Group were ready for the call in order to project power and unite communities. You operate in a dynamic, challenging environment, yet you execute the mission flawlessly every single day. I could not be prouder of your resilience, your professionalism, and your commitment to excellence. Every year, new airmen come to Maroon and Lajes Field, bringing a wealth of experience from assignments around the globe. They join together with contractors at Maroon and local national employees who represent centuries in mission experience right there at those air bases. With global experience and centuries of continuity, you fused together to make our mission happen. Through adversity and in challenge, including the longest shutdown in government history, the old team has delivered a resilience that simply blew me away. Thank you again for the honor it has been to lead and serve with you. Now, I do want to take a moment to thank my family. My wife, Laura, guided our daughters through pivotal transitions this year in Texas. Ann graduated college and got an adult job. Jenna's headed off to Lubbock. And Jane, well, Jane's getting ready for her first day of high school. I'm so proud of the hard work that you guys put in while I was gone. Ann was named an NCAA All-American in rowing for the second year in a row. Jenna is joining the Honors College at Texas Tech. Well, Jane made it through her 14th year. I will see you guys Saturday night. And so finally to our incoming commander, Colonel Barton. Eris, you're taking command of an exceptional group of professionals in two vitally strategic locations. I knew you are ready for this challenge, and I'm so excited to see where you take the 65th Air Base Group next. They are in great hands. I extend a warm welcome to your family, Terry, Isaac, and Hannah. Welcome back to the Azores. You are joining an incredible community. I knew you absolutely enjoy Casa de Ribera, the island's finest village, with the home of the best football team. And we're so excited to see you start this adventure here. Thank you again. It has absolutely been an honor.
Thank you, Colonel Mountcastle. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the change of command.
Publish the order.
Attention to orders. 86 Airlift Wing, United States Air Forces in Europe, Ramstein Air Base, Germany. Under the provisions of the Department of Air Force Instruction 51-509, and in accordance with Special Order Number G-27-00 dated 22 July 2026, Colonel Charles A. Barton III is hereby appointed Commander of the 65th Air Base Group, effective 24 July 2026. Signed, Colonel Denny R. Davies, United States Air Force.
Officers, center.
Sir, I relinquish command.
Sir, I assume command. Officers, post.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. It is my distinct honor to introduce to you, for the very first time, the Commander, 65th Air Base Group, Colonel Charles A. Barton III.
Bom dia. It's an honor to be here with you today on such a beautiful island in this amazing country where I get the pleasure of joining an outstanding team of all-stars at Lajes and Maroon. We have several distinguished visitors I'd like to recognize. The representative of the Republic for the Azores, Professora Doutora Costa. The Mayor of Praia, Doutora Ferreira. The Mayor of Angra, Doutora Amaring. The Commander, Azores Azores Air Zone, I'm sorry, Brigadier General Dionisiou. Great to meet all of you today, and I look forward to breaking bread with you and enjoying our time together. And I'd like to recognize all the other Portuguese guests here today. Thank you for being here. Colonel Davies, thank you for your kind words and for presiding over the event. It means a lot to me and my family. Chief Master Sergeant Lawton, thank you for being here. It was great to meet you. And Miss Williams, I look forward to you all coming out again sometime in the future. And Miss Williams may stay behind next time. I'd like to thank all of our distinguished visitors and guests for being with us today and for your outstanding partnership. I look forward to working with you over the next 2 years. And I also have many others to thank. First, I thank God. I thank my family, Terry, Isaac, and Hannah, for being with me on this adventure. Our kids really didn't get a choice. We told them, you're going back to the Azores. You bring so much joy to my life, and I'm so glad that you are here. And I thank all of our family back home for supporting us. To our special guest, retired Colonel Art Nielsen, thank you for being here. His wife, Deborah, their son, Dan, and Tori, their daughter-in-law, Tori, thank you for being here today. We look forward to spending more time with you over the next few years. And this event would not be a success without tons of support. Master Sergeant Sells, Captain Siganik, you guys knocked it out of the park. You hit a home run. Thank you. It takes a team to pull off an event of this caliber. Thanks to our narrator, Staff Sergeant Pietrikowski. Perfect. Our proffer, Sergeant Stevenson. Thank you so much. And for singing wonderful rendition of our anthems, Miss Malta and Senior Galines. You guys did a fantastic job. Photographer, Mr. Baptista, great to have you back on the team. I heard you became a politician while I was gone, and now you're back. Invocation, Captain Chaplain Vu, videographer, Mr. Feliciano, our escorts, Master Sergeant Pelham, Sergeant Weaver, Sergeant Woodward, and Senior Airman Martinez France, and protocol, Miss Selena. I'd also like to thank our front office team for handling all the coordination, and definitely for the Torque staff for just an amazing event. As always, you guys just crush it. Thank you. Finally, I must provide a special thanks to Colonel Mountcastle. Matt, it's been, he's an amazing sponsor. I'm just going to tell you a few things that he did for us. I'm not going to go into all the details, but the first thing he did is moved out of his house ahead of time. So we went straight into the house, which was great. Then he gave us his car, which I didn't know he didn't have another car. So we're using his car, and then he's finding ways to get to work. So and he helped us get settled down. So thank you so much. And you also shed blood, sweat, and tears for the 65th Air Base Group, for the people and the mission. You put your heart into it, and I hope that I can carry along your legacy and do as well as you did. So you shaped the group into the power projection platform that is key to our global gateway, and we will continue to push that forward. I wish you good luck and Godspeed as you travel back to your family in San Antonio. 7 years ago, we dreamed of coming back, and the dream has now come true. We are honored and humbled to be part of this team. God bless you all, and thank you.
Thank you, Colonel Barton. The members of the 65th Air Base Group are delighted to welcome your family as they join our community. We would like to present flowers to Colonel Barton's spouse, Miss Terry. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the Air Force song and remain standing for the departure of the official party. This concludes today's ceremony. Please join us for a reception in the Torque Bar as we welcome our new commander. Thank you for attending, and we wish you a pleasant day.